Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time, especially the middle of a Thursday afternoon at 2 p.m. Eastern, depending on where you're calling in from around the country. We appreciate you, and our goal today is that you walk away with nuggets, sales, ideas, strategies that you can use in your daily practice. And I'm not saying this lightly, right? We want to make sure that this hour is well spent and that you have some new statistics, articles, social media posts, videos, all the above to open new doors and tell your story, because that's what this business is all about, right? The more stories you tell, the more people you meet, the more sales are made, the more families you're helping, all in turn helping your own family and yourself. That's the name of the game. We want to talk about a few things today that are going to move the needle for you this month, the balance of the year, and then going into 2025. Very, very important products and a few articles. What's also interesting is this is the first LIAM, Life Insurance Awareness Month training that Levinson and Associates is having. Okay, and we're a few days early. But September is officially Life Insurance Awareness Month, and you need to get in front of it. You have to be proactive, right? You have to have your marketing campaigns built together. You have to know over the next 4 weeks what you're going to focus on, okay? And here at Levinson, and I think this is important, and we take this very, very seriously, we need to focus on sales platforms, turnkey platforms, and different pieces of technology that are going to help you share the story, make more sales, right? Even have an entire consumer database that you have full access to. So you have names, phone numbers, emails, everything, right? So you can have your CSR rep, your admin, whatever it is, start making calls, sending emails, follow-up postcards, letters, all the above. And I'm just going to say this last piece here, and then we're going to jump into the presentation. But we've all been doing this a long time, right? And even if you're a newer agent with us, that's fine too. But the only way that you're going to make it and make it big in this industry, right, is if you develop your warm market, your niche. You dive in head first, and you literally be the absolute best at it. Okay, if you're focused on hospitals, the medical field, medical personnel, if you're focused on cigar shops and these vape stores, and your niche is, hey, we can get cigar users non-tobacco rates, whatever the niche is, you got to be the best at it. And being the best at it means that you're working at least 5 days a week, okay? There may be some Saturday, Sunday appointments, late night appointments, early Wednesday appointments, right? But you have to be accessible. You have to keep your name out there, and you have to be creative with your marketing. You got to be a disruptor, okay? That's the only way to sustain and grow your business, which is why we're all here. Okay, there's so many calls I get, even from friends of mine, hey, Bill, I just got my license and I'm ready to crush it. I think I can make 500, maybe $1 million this year. And I want you to tell me what to do or send me some leads so I can accomplish this. Okay. And we know it's not that easy. It doesn't work like that. Okay. This business takes years. And unfortunately, and this is a statistic that is a fact, but most agents, right? Think about this. Most agents that come into our business, unfortunately, do not make it 5 to 10 years, okay? And you want to be on the other side of that, okay? And the bright side of that is the ones that do make it, crush it, okay? If you look at our field force out there, 24,000 agents, okay? And it's the old 80-20 rule. So out of the 20%, we have about 10% of those agents that consistently qualify for either MDRT or they're at least clearing at least $500,000 in paid premium on an annual basis consistently. That's a nice living. Okay, you can do very, very well, but again, you got to be on the other side of it, and you got to constantly be innovative. You got to constantly be posting. I would have my own YouTube channel, my own podcast. Okay, get creative. Now is the time, and we have the platform and the resources to help you do exactly that. It's sitting on a shelf for you. Okay, it's just a matter of you reaching out, okay, and getting whatever platform you want to run with and then putting it to use. Okay, and that's it. All right, so today we have some great stuff to talk about. We have Assurity Life on with us. In fact, this is their first Life Insurance Awareness Month training as well, because like I said, we're a few days early. So this is going to be a sneak peek for all of you. Again, some great nuggets. Make sure you're jotting down notes. Make sure you're using the Q&A pane. Type in any questions, comments, feedback. We want to hear from each and every one of you, good, bad, and different. We create these trainings around your feedback. Plus, we're giving away our webinar incentive of the day. So you got to stay on until the end, right before 3 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to ask a question that has to do with our slides, our presentation. Whoever answers first and correctly will announce your name, and you will walk away with Apple AirPods, the new version, IUL prospecting book on us. Okay, I'm also going to give you the Tim Grover's, Michael Jordan's life coach, his Relentless book that we gave away at the expo. So that's a nice little package, but you got to answer first. Okay, so let's move forward here. I know right now we're talking about Assurity, we're talking about Insure Me Now Direct, you getting the word out in the life, critical illness, disability, accident arena. Okay, and here's what's interesting. So here we are, summertime 24, and look at the industry as a whole. There's never been a better time for insurance agents. Okay, the next slide is going to show you exactly that. And we just pulled down these statistics, which, by the way, you can go on Google and do a little search. You can put in lifehappens.org. You can search LIMRA stats. Everything is here for you. And the proof in the pudding is this article on the right-hand side. And what it's telling us is term and permanent sales are up. In fact, the highest it's been in the last 10 years on the term side. And then on the UL side, 6% over last year. That's paid premium in new sales. Okay, there's never been a better time, especially for the middle market, middle America, 50,000 to 150,000 of annual income. Okay, again, that should tell you something. There's never been a better time. Okay, take the tools and platforms off the shelf and run with these. Come up with your own strategy, and the sky is the limit, literally. Okay, all right. And by the way, you know, I'm sitting here ranting, right, to hundreds of agents that are sitting on this webinar today, and when you say to yourself, you know, Bill, you're an IMO, you're doing this for over 20 years, you know, Kerry started the business in 1972, it might be easy for you to say, but we're out here in the trenches, okay? Well, I have a podcast that you all know about, the Bill Levinson Experience podcast, and because of this reason, I handpicked agents across the country to be on my podcast, to interview them and put my agent hat on, okay, to say, hey, Bob, Shirley, Emmanuel, tell me what's working for you, what's not. What can you tell these other agents out there in the field that's going to help them? Okay, and by the way, these agents that I sit down with and sat down with, these are agents clearing $1 million a year consistently. Some of them are in their 30s. Okay, 2 of them have never seen a client face-to-face even pre-COVID. So what does that tell you? Okay, you can sell over the phone. You can sell virtual, especially in today's new world by leveraging our tools. But again, you don't have to just listen to me. Okay, proof is in the pudding. Once again, listen to some of these Levinson agents that are on the podcast. It's a free podcast. Check that out when you can. And again, there's never been a better time than now, and that is the proof. Okay, we're going to send out all these slides as soon as we wrap up. You'll have this in your inbox today. Let's keep moving forward. What I want to talk about next is what's most important to us, right, at Levinson. So you are our customer, our client, right? It's the agent. We don't sell on a retail level. All we do is market and distribute insurance products to our agents and agencies across the country. So when we hear and see something like this, like what you're looking at in front of you on our Google reviews page or our Facebook page, it means the world to our whole staff. We usually buy lunch on Fridays or bring in a rum cake or whatever, but this is what makes our day. All of our employees get to see this. We share it around the office. We have, 25 employees now in 4 different states. So this is what moves the needle in-house for us. Michael, top left corner. I love to see this, okay? My fellow investor who's life license for decades recommended Levinson as a place for my life license. I could not be happier. Their customer service for us agents is superior, with a team of researchers that will screen the multiple right answers for client solutions, several sets of eyes focused on top solutions for our clients. Very exciting. Now, Scott, on the bottom, these guys go above and beyond to improve your business. Josh and RJ are the best, okay? Once again, I want you all to jump in, okay? Go to our Facebook page. Hopefully you're liking it, you're following all of our social media platforms. Leave a review. Go to our Google reviews page. Leave a review. If you're active, okay, with at least one company, we'll send you the IUL prospecting book on us, complimentary, okay, just as our token of appreciation, okay? But this is so, so important to all of us here. Let's keep moving forward. And by the way, if things go sour, we're not perfect, right? I always say 99% of the time, I think we're going to do a great job. That 1% chance where maybe we drop the ball or maybe we do make a mistake from time to time, pick up the phone or send me or Carrie, my father, an email or call us and say, hey, this didn't go my way. Maybe the carrier approved my client at preferred and not preferred best. See what you can do for me. They're not going to take the policy if we don't change it. We'll jump in and do the best we can. That's our promise to you all, okay, for the 1% time that maybe things don't go your way or the ball is dropped, okay? Please give us the opportunity. We'll try to make it right. What you're looking at in front of you is our bi-weekly newsletter. Very important. And what I love about this, just sit back for a second, we have 90-plus carriers on the life, the annuity side, supplemental product side, everything going on, including Liam, Life Insurance Awareness Month, all the new articles. You're going to see an e-blast about it, but everything is in our 411 newsletter, okay? It's just to think of a JPEG image, okay, like a photo. You click on it, and then boom, all of the links are in front of you. It's all separated. We make it as easy as possible for you to keep your finger on the pulse of our industry, okay? What's hot, what's not, maybe a new product, maybe discontinued product, carrier, all the above sitting right here. Okay, let's keep going forward. What I want to do next is talk about an in-house contest. Okay, this is above and beyond all the carrier incentives. So we have 2 things going on right now I want to mention. Number 1, we have a yacht charter, half-day yacht charter out of Fort Lauderdale, yachting capital of the world. Okay, and that's on the annuity side. So starting at $1 million of FIA premium, you are in, you and a guest, and then at $1.5 million, we fly you in from anywhere in the country for the yacht charter and lunch on us, okay, plus a gift card at the higher level. Now, next to that, let's talk about life insurance, DI, CI, guaranteed issue products that are on our Insure Me Now Direct platform, which is free for you. There should be no reason why you don't have a site set up. Hopefully most of you do. Real fast, here's what we're doing. We have 2 things going on this side as well. Write your first banner term app. You get $150 cash, or 5 apps on the platform, $500. And you say to yourself, well, 5 apps is 5 apps. I don't know. Some of these products start at just a few bucks a month. They're great door openers. Okay, that Assurity guaranteed or basically guaranteed issue accident product that you can even return a premium on. Okay, it's very inexpensive, and these are easy sales, great door openers. I would be, and then on top of it, there's a free scholarship included through Sage. I would be running with this all over social media and my website, and I would tell every single friend that I came across at the gym, at Publix, the supermarket, wherever. Everybody needs to know, hey, I'm Bill Levinson, the life insurance guru. Yes, I have products that start at just a few bucks a month. Yes, I have guaranteed issue. Yes, I have products you can get
Okay, folks, Bill's dialing back in. We had an internet droppage here, so he'll be right back on. Just stand by.
Okay. Hello. Can you hear me okay?
Better now. Yep.
Okay. Where did we cut off? At the incentives?
Yeah, just at the end of the 5 for 500.
Okay. So, yeah, just my last few words here, and I apologize to everyone. My phone just cut out here. We have a little storm in South Florida, which is pretty typical in the afternoon, summertime, but real fast. And then Mike's going to take the wheel. He's our featured presenter today. He's our VP with Assurity. We're delighted to have him join us. But all I wanted to say is there's a lot going on, a lot of noise in the industry. There's these other digital platforms, okay, they call it, and there's an activation fee, or maybe they charge you for monthly hosting or whatever it is. Today, okay, and I'm on record saying this, there is not another Insure Me Now Direct type of website that's multi-product, multi-carrier, where you still get full commissions plus renewals on most products. There's no commission reduction, okay, where you can line up products side to side, have a consumer log in at 2 a.m. and not have you involved, or have you involved every step of the way. We don't care, okay? It doesn't exist today. There might be a product that's on a platform like this, okay, or one carrier, or maybe you're sending the clients to them, okay, and you get a referral fee. They're the agent of record, okay, which is in the gray area. I don't like that, okay, but this platform doesn't exist today. Assurity is a huge part of it, and I'm delighted to introduce Assurity Life, and our regional VP, Mike Feldman, is joining us. Michael, you there?
Thank you so much, Bill. And I just want to continue to emphasize how far ahead of the game you all are. Quite frankly, your agents are working with the best team out there when it comes to digital experience with Levinson and Associates. And we're really happy to be one of the core carrier partners on the platform. So yeah, thanks again for that introduction, Bill.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate you saying that.
And so, yes, we are going to dive right in today. With it being Life Insurance Awareness Month coming up here, we love getting the opportunity to kind of have that early bird gets the worm situation here, getting out ahead of the game, setting you all up with some strong concepts and discussions that you can be having with your clients out in the field, all revolved around these products are available for Insure Me Now Direct on the platform. And you can leverage that technology that your great team at Levinson and Associates is providing to you. Really quickly, again, I'm Mike Feltman. I'm your regional wholesaler supporting you in addition to your team at Levinson and Associates. Doug Bedore is my senior sales manager in the region. So together, think of us as your core Assurity team. We want to help you whenever you have questions, pre-sale, pending sale, or post-sale. So please utilize us whenever possible and when it makes sense. Real quickly, going over why Assurity. Well, quite frankly, we are a mutual company, and that is important these days when you are dealing in such a volatile type environment. You want to have something within your clients' protection portfolios that's going to scream stability and consistency and long-term focus. And that is what we do as a mutual company. Quite frankly, our stakeholders in our company are our policyholders. So we're not gunning for that next quarterly earnings call by any means. We're looking at the 5-year, the 10-year, the 50-year plan, because we've been in business for 130 plus years. We plan to be in business for another century and more. So please think of us when you're thinking about mutuality, that strength that comes with it, and that consistency and stability that can be provided to your clients in such a volatile environment. We work for good. We do focus on our people and our planet, as well as the profit as a certified B corporation. And we provide that personalized service to you with several awards from Newsweek, being one of the top life insurance carriers in the industry, providing service not just to you as our customers, being the agents out there in our field force out in the trenches, as Bill said, but also servicing your clients. We are a servant carrier and we really pride ourselves on that. But we also like to have fun, and I like to bring up our leaders conferences that we can get you to if you are a top producer. These are excellent locations, strong international destinations. We just dipped our toes over the border again following the pandemic this past June anyway, going just into Canada, up in British Columbia to visit Vancouver. It was an excellent week of fellowship with our top producers, taking them to meals, amazing seafood, excellent hiking through the mountains, beautiful location, but we're glad to kick it back up a notch to our typical high level location, Barcelona next year. This is going to be an amazing trip. If any of you have ever been to Barcelona before, you know how beautiful it is. You know all the fun that can be had there, all the education that can be gained from the wonderful history in this location. So we want you to join us, and we want to show you today how you can get there. This is our full product overview. I'm not focusing on all of this today, but it kind of does point to those fixed UL sales that Bill was talking about earlier. Well, we have a product just like that, our current assumption universal life, single premium whole life, a basic participating whole life in several pay durations, all of those health products from DI, critical illness, graded benefit for any of your traditional DI declines, and then our annuities. But what we're really focusing on today is those Insure Me Now direct offerings. Look at all of these different products that we have on the platform. I said it once, and we really pride and treasure our partnership with Levinson & Associates being a core carrier on the platform, offering these digital solutions to help you sell more, to help you serve more clients and protect more families and their lifestyles. So as you can see here, we actually do have that kind of synergy with Levinson & Associates. Levinson & Associates being a very strong top of the industry agency when it comes to technology. Well, that pairs well with us as a carrier top in the industry technology. And we're making it easier for you to protect those clients and preserve those lifestyles with our term, which offers a return of premium rider that can be put on it. And then, very importantly, our Start Smart bundle that allows you to tack on a critical illness rider and a DI rider all onto that term life product to make it simple and bundled for your clients to have that comprehensive protection. And we'll go into that quite deeply today. But then look at the health products. We have the standalone critical illness product, the short-term DI, the long-term DI, the accidental death product, and that guaranteed issue accident expense product, all available through Insure Me Now Direct, making it easier for you to do business with your clients. So diving right into that first concept, that Start Smart bundle, that life plus critical illness and income protection sale for your clients. So where did the market opportunity come from this? Why did we want to focus on marketing this and positioning it a specific way? Well, we definitely have seen a lot change in the last 4 years. We know that the last several years have increased awareness among Americans that quite anything can happen. And you need to be prepared by ensuring that your lifestyle remains as unaffected as possible in cases of sickness, disability, or death. So it's led to more people searching for insurance protection, and that means there's a ripe opportunity for you all to tap into these interested markets and lean on your team at Levinson & Associates and us as a carrier at Assurity to market to those clients out there seeking that protection, and it will ultimately lead to you driving traffic to your Insure Me Now Direct site. So we break it down into the middle there. Why are millennials standing out as a core market for this concept? Well, they're particularly now building families. They're incurring a lot of debt where their income isn't rising quite as quickly. So they're taking protection much more seriously, recognizing that any one of these events, sickness, disability, or death, could significantly throw off their plan and affect their family's lifestyles. They're finally hitting that age where they are starting to recognize there's a lot of liability out there and protection needed in order to make sure that your family and their lifestyle can remain intact. So what do we build and what are we marketing? Our solution is called Start Smart. And quite simply, it is a bundled plan built on our term life insurance product that you can have your clients apply for themselves on Insure Me Now Direct. We have all this built into the system where essentially what they're doing is they are taking the term life, adding a critical illness rider, adding a disability rider, and all together they now have that comprehensive coverage. And what is it ultimately doing? It's bundling. And in their eyes, that is synonymous with efficiency and simplicity because it's all with one carrier on one bill, and in most states on one application. And I'll touch on that a little bit more here where some of those states, the CI rider or the DI rider, they are not approved. So you would just need to tack on a standalone product to bring that concept whole again, but you're still keeping it with one carrier, allowing them to have that simplicity and efficiency on one bill and in one carrier. Furthermore, they are an incredibly underinsured population, but very savvy with technology. So once you can do the proper marketing and drive that traffic to your Insure Me Now Direct platform, this is the market that is going to be most receptive to that process because 51% of them don't have any life insurance, while we know that more today are looking for it than ever, and 78% prefer to have all insurance policies with one carrier. Young people are searching for these affordable insurance solutions and digital efficient processes that makes it simple and non-invasive for them to put this protection in force. So here is the Start Smart again. We're looking at the term life, critical illness, disability income protection riders. And really where it comes in nicely is today's market, there is a huge bulk of employees who have high deductible health plans within their healthcare offering from their employer. What does that mean? It means that they have a huge out-of-pocket gap that they need to cover and plan for. So when will they actually have to hit those max deductibles or those max out-of-pocket limits? Well, it's typically when you run into one of these costliest of conditions, those critical illnesses. Or possibly, what if you need to replace that income if you're out of work for several months or possibly several years after that critical illness? Well, that's where the disability income rider comes in. It all feeds into a protecting your protection plan type play when you're talking about bundling these all together in Start Smart, which again is able to be done through Insure Me Now Direct. Let's talk a little bit more specifically about each of these components. You have the term life insurance, strong product in the first place with a 10, 15, 20-year or 30-year term duration, and then the critical illness riders and the disability income riders. You can see right there that the critical illness rider, you can choose a lump sum between $20,000 and $100,000. Biggest thing that I need to emphasize for all of you is these are defined benefit riders. These are living benefits that we're providing on the term life insurance, which itself has an accelerated death benefit rider built into the policy for chronic and terminal illness. But then we're offering additional optional riders like the critical illness and the disability income rider that are defined benefits, not accelerated. These two, when they pay out benefits for a claim, do not affect the death benefit whatsoever. You have $100,000 come out of your critical illness rider due to a heart attack, and you have a $500,000 term life insurance policy, that $500,000 will not be touched. Same thing with the disability income rider. You go on total disability, you start being paid out that $3,000 monthly benefit, you will not see that term life insurance reduced. That death benefit stays level the entire time. And that is the option that we are providing you as a carrier to go out to your clients and be that true consultative agent, that servant seller, where you're truly offering them value and not just product pushing, another commoditized sale or anything like that. I completely understand and respect there are a lot of folks out there where the baseline premium term product works perfectly. That's not what I'm trying to disrupt you from doing. That business makes total sense for a large population. What I'm challenging you to do is add on an extra term life insurance policy that provides these defined benefit, not accelerated critical illness and disability coverages, so that you're adding full comprehensive value to your client's protection plan. That's the idea here. That's where we see the value provided from this Start Smart bundle. What's so smart about it in the first place? Well, it's doing several things at once. It's providing and selling to the most active insurance buying generation, providing you a huge market and a concept that resonates with that market. It offers protection while their income is low and debt is high, offers real living benefits that matter and do not deplete that death benefit over time, because they do not touch the death benefit. They are exclusive buckets. One application, one premium for 3 coverages on a streamlined quote to application tool, making you stand out as an agent who provides positive client experiences, leading to more referrals for you and more business and lives that you have protected. Very generally, here are the product highlights of the term product. We go as low as 25,000 up to 10 million. So we allow you to quickly and efficiently tap into those lower face amount term sales so that you can still protect those individuals who, quite frankly, need the protection the most. If you are in that lower face amount range on a budget, then a life event, a sickness event, a disabling event, those are almost going to be more impactful on your life than someone who may be in that higher income bracket. So these are still important clients that we're trying to make it as easy as possible for you to write, because we recognize that you still run a business and you need to have a way to write this business quickly and efficiently, but still effectively to your clients. Talked about the level term periods, the accelerated underwriting process. $1 million for ages 18 to 50, 500,000 for ages 51 to 65. We have some of the largest instant decision and highest pass-through rates in the industry as a carrier. So you can, again, kind of lean on us for that positive client experience. 3 underwriting classes. We do not limit the underwriting classes on the Insure Me Now Direct platform. You get this fully fledged, fully featured product with the non-tobacco preferred plus, preferred standard, tobacco preferred standard. Premiums based on age actual. Conversions. We have some very strong conversion products and conversion periods on this term product. We do not have a conversion specific product for our conversions from our term product. You are converting to our true off-the-shelf whole life and UL products as those options. We do not offer a slimmed down, lower performance conversion UL like some other carriers might, but we give you those full off-the-shelf products, which are very important for those clients trying to transition out of the term into a more permanent long-term life insurance plan. And we offer extremely long conversion periods all the way up to that second to last year without the need of a conversion extension rider, which could cost more money for your clients. We build it in where it's up to that second to last year. So you have 28 years in that conversion period on a 30-year term. That is providing very, very immense value to your clients and flexibility to make decisions based on changing circumstances. And then finally at the bottom there, return of premium, DI, and critical illness riders available on Insure Me Now Direct. Let's go into some sales ideas now and really add some color to this picture that I'm trying to paint for you all. We have a millennial, just turned 26, no longer qualifies under her parents' insurance coverage, but she has regular student loan repayments and she doesn't want her debt to be passed on or have any expenses that her family are going to have to worry about. But she's also hoping that she can maintain her lifestyle if she were to come down with a critical illness or a disabling event. So what did she do? She enabled and bought the Start Smart concept. $250,000 of 20-year term with a $20,000 critical illness benefit rider and a $1,500 monthly DI rider, all for $37 a month. That is value that is going to provide her peace of mind across illness, disability, and life. Going into the critical illness rider and the monthly DI rider, we'll start with the critical illness rider here. It covers 10 separate critical illnesses, all the way from heart attack, stroke, cancer, which are typically expected, all the way down to coma, paralysis, kidney failure. There are 10 different critical illnesses that are covered on that rider. They are categorized into 3 sections. So ultimately, you can have 3 total payouts of $20,000 come out of that benefit rider. And how that works is you've got a cardiovascular section, which is going to be more like heart attack, angioplasty, stroke. You have a cancer section, which is going to just be your cancer, quite plainly. And then you have an other illnesses section, which would be for that coma, paralysis, kidney failure, and the such in there. And like I said, you have 100% payout of each of those sections. So ultimately, she would be able to be paid out a total of $60,000 from that rider if she were to come down hypothetically with heart attack, cancer, and renal failure over the duration of this policy. Very strong coverage, providing her peace of mind that she'd be able to meet her deductible and possibly replace some income as well, because if she has a heart attack or cancer, it's very unlikely she's going back to work tomorrow. So she needs to have a little bit of income replacement when she first gets out of the hospital. Hopefully enough income replacement to get her to that 90-day elimination period of the monthly DI rider. That's where I'm now transitioning here, where now if she's met that 90-day elimination period, being declared totally disabled by her physician, we will start paying out $1,500 monthly benefit to her for a 2-year benefit period. All of that coverage on top of the $250,000 20-year term for only $37 per month. All of that is offered through the streamlined Insure Me Now Direct platform. Hopefully goes through instant decision because she was approved Preferred Plus, so she didn't have any of the medical conditions that may have kicked her out of the accelerated underwriting. She had a positive client experience with immense value provided for a very affordable budget. The next one here is a young couple, just turned 30, married for a few years, recognizing that, oh boy, all of the serious responsibilities have now started. So I need to protect my family and our lifestyle so it can be maintained if something were to happen. What is the solution? A $250,000 30-year term life insurance policy with the $20,000 critical illness benefit rider and a $1,500 monthly DI income rider. All of that for under $50 per month. He gets that, his wife gets that. They have an extremely solid and comprehensive protection plan now in place for under $100 per month total. And quite frankly, with her being a female, it'll probably be more like maybe $80, $85 per month total. Very powerful stuff for you to be providing to your clients in the form of value. And then finally, let's go a little bit older with this concept and do an established family. He's 37 years old, married with 2 children, age 7 and 4, concerned about what adding large monthly costs might cause to their budget, or if he were unable to work, how would they cover expenses? Well, that is where we meet the need with a critical illness benefit rider and a monthly DI rider. Same thing here, same design, $250,000 term, $20,000 critical illness, and then $1,500 monthly DI rider, all for $56 per month. These are affordable solutions, simple concepts for you to be explaining and marketing out to your client base, and then providing them a very simplified, efficient, positive client experience, putting these policies in force. We have a ton of excellent tools for you. We have these whiteboard videos. They're only about a minute or 2 long. You can go ahead and tag those right into your social media posts. Say, hey, there's this great concept giving you comprehensive coverage across sickness, disability, or death from Assurity. Work with me here. Here's a video on how this all works and provides you this coverage, and then direct them right to your Insure Me Now Direct site. It's that simple to start driving traffic to these awesome platforms that your team at Levinson and Associates have built for you. If you're not utilizing that all day already, then you are sincerely missing out. But please feel free to browse all of these tools for this Start Smart concept right here at this landing site, assurity.com/startsmart. So now we're going to position into our next idea that you can still sell through Insure Me Now Direct on our term life product. It's our return of premium rider. It is the absolute best tool whenever you run into situations where clients are concerned about use it or lose it. It happens all the time. It's probably the biggest objection, especially when folks are younger, thinking, well, I'm going to outlive this policy. I don't plan to pass away in my 50s or 60s. So what is this term policy actually doing? I feel like it's just eating up my premiums. And we all know the stats. There's a very low percentage relatively of term policies that ultimately pay out. So this is an option that you can provide your clients. And furthermore, it helps differentiate you. It helps elevate you as a consultant, as an actual servant seller out there to your clients, providing them expertise instead of just product pushing or being that commoditized sales agent. You are providing options. It's very simply as well, the process, I should say, is as simple as this. You are going to be showing them your core term carrier. I absolutely guarantee you've got somebody already that you place a lot of your term through just because you're comfortable with product and process. If you start showing an additional option and clearly and simply pointing it out to your clients, you will get more referrals. It is going to make you look better in their eyes because you are providing them very simple to understand, but different options so they can make flexible decisions based on their personal scenarios. So what does this actually look like as a rider? It's available almost everywhere, just Delaware. There are holdouts. And then we offer it on our 20-year and our 30-year term durations. It returns 100% of the base premiums and your actual return of premium rider premiums paid at the end of the level term period minus a $70 annual policy fee. So ultimately, after your clients put in $30, $50, $100,000 if it's a bigger face amount over that 20 or 30 years, they're only going to be out $1,400 if it was 20 years or $2,100 if it was 30 years after putting in all of those premiums. That's a powerful story and a powerful option to provide to your clients to help you stand out as a true consultant, walking them through their options out there in the market. Here's a quick look at kind of that, I guess, break-even point where the ROP rider matches the base policy premium. This is a male 35 preferred non-tobacco client, and really the best market for the return of premium rider is going to be those males under age 40 and those females under age 45, because that's where the return of premium rider still shows a relatively affordable option to add on to your base policy. It's still ultimately going to have the same payout. It's all going to be 100% of the premiums in the end paid back minus that $70 annual policy fee, but it's just a little bit more swallowable of a concept, and you can kind of have a better appetite for looking at that premium when it somewhat matches that base policy premium. So anything under this, you will see the return of premium rider decrease in cost rapidly. You start looking at maybe a 28 to 32-year-old adding on this ROP rider, you're looking at maybe an additional 10, 25% on the base policy that you would have to pay. It'd be more like $15 or $20 additional for those folks. And then as you start to creep a little bit older toward age 40 or age 45 female, that's where you may see the return of premium rider come out to maybe 110 to 125% of the base policy premium. So that's really your sweet spot here. And then we make it very, very nice and easy. The return of premium schedule is right there on the second page of the full-fledged illustration, showing you and really having that impact of here's all the premiums that you would get back when you're turning age 65, wow, look at that. That's a really great time to be getting a large influx of cash right as you're hitting retirement and trying to navigate those early years and making sure that the retirement funds, the IUL that you've been funding for a LERP or any other kind of supplement, those can remain intact in those early years so that the planning goes smoothly and you've got this influx of cash that can help with all that. That's where the return of premium rider really stands out, is those two buckets. Folks that are looking for an opportunity to avoid the use it or lose it concern, and of course, those younger clients where it's just kind of a no-brainer because it's that affordable to tack on to your base term policy. So now we're pivoting into a different direction on another concept that is still available on your Insure Me Now Direct platform, and that is using accidental death insurance as a term decline pivot. And we also have accident only DI on there for any disability declines for you to pivot to. So let's look at this product page to kind of give you the outline of the product. 18 to 70, 5,000 to 350,000. Renewable to age 80. We have a 2 age 80 term period. So hypothetically, you have a 25 or 30-year-old who you can also use this product very strongly as a foot in the door, next generation planning. You're meeting with the parents that are hitting retirement age. Well, talk to them about getting in front of their soon to be adult or already adult children and talking to them about, hey, I understand you think you're invincible right now. Nothing's going to happen to you. So you don't want to do the full outlay of the term life insurance premium. Get something in force on you for accidental death. Accidents happen any day of the week. You need to be prepared with this. So that's where this can be a really nice get your foot in the door, get a new client started with insurance planning so that when they need to do that next insurance protection plan, they're coming back to you for that consultation. 6 riders here, accident only DI, return of premium being the main ones because those are available on Insure Me Now Direct, but then through the traditional methods of iPipeline and such, you would be able to apply for the waiver of premium, child, spouse, critical accident riders. So let's go through a couple of ideas here as I wrap up. This right here is a student loan debt concept. So Mike is a 47-year-old who is co-signed on his daughter, her private student loans. He's got concerns though that what if she isn't able to make it through college and begin taking on the payment of those loans herself when she starts her career? He's protecting himself from that huge debt outlay. So he wants to get something in force on her. Well, that's incredibly cheap and affordable. This, by the way, is a guaranteed issue product. As long as the citizenship or green card is there, there's really no one that we decline for this product. So it's very efficient, very simple for you to place this business. So don't be alarmed by, oh, that's such a low premium. How am I ever going to make a living off of this? It's quite frankly through your Insure Me Now Direct platform and our streamlined process over here at Assurity, being able to issue these policies within 30 minutes to an hour, quote to application and issue. So what did she do here? He bought it on his daughter, $75,000 20-year accidental death policy, and added that return of premium rider for only another $3.72 per month, bringing it to just under $12 per month for this coverage. This is a very popular scenario, whether it's student loans, car loans, mortgage protection. People are using this to cover their liabilities and make sure that that isn't passed on to a loved one if they were to pass away from an accident. Next one is an SBA, business partners buy sell, and SBA has this right here that only 34% small businesses have any type of succession plan in place. That's a huge market for you to go after that other 66%. We have 2 co-owners of a floral shop, and they're both excited to open up their new brick and mortar location. But that required a business loan, $150,000. And again, they're trying to look at this as being a buy-sell scenario as well, so that if one of them were to pass away, the surviving spouse could be bought out by that surviving owner without any sort of hassle or argument or arbitration or anything of that nature. This can be put in place very simply to cover exactly that. So what did they do? They came up with the solution that also add on that critical illness benefit rider, and put that term life insurance in place. So again, I do want to mention that we are back onto the term life product at this point. I'm sorry if I was a little bit confusing there, not mentioning that already, but this is the term life product, adding on that defined benefit, living benefit rider for critical illness, and it's all coming out to under $100 each for them. And they now know that if they were to come down with a critical illness, or if one were to pass away, they'd be able to keep the lights on at the business and continue running what they've worked so hard to build in the first place. Let's kind of flip that on its head and say maybe they didn't want the critical illness coverage, but they do see a lot of value in getting their premiums returned when one of them is 36, and I should say when the other one is 66 and the other is 67. So what are they doing here? They're adding on that return of premium rider, incredibly affordable for them because they're still in their late 30s and they're able to protect themselves now for $66.56 per month and $72.65 per month. And then this final one, we're going back to the accidental death product, the term decline pivot. So Alyssa's a 38-year-old truck driver, which in the first place, she recognizes she has a much higher risk of passing away or becoming disabled in an accident versus an illness. So she's getting even more value out of this. Keep that in mind for a lot of markets similar to her. Truck drivers, first responders, police officers, firefighters. These are folks who recognize they have a higher risk of passing due to an accident versus an illness. So this resonates with them immensely. We have one group out in the West Coast region who actually partnered with a Harley Davidson dealership, and they are selling this like gangbusters. It is absolutely nuts how much business they've been able to do because they found a market, partnered with a center of influence within that market, and then they were able to leverage that to get a lot of leads and turn that into a lot of business. So what did we actually find were her concerns? Well, she was declined for term life insurance, so she couldn't get that. And she wants to make sure that there's a way to pay for her expenses if she passes away or becomes disabled due to a serious injury. That brings us to our solution of a $250,000 to age 80 accidental death policy for $15.66 per month. Adding on an accident-only DI rider with a $3,000 monthly benefit. That's the same 90-day elimination period and 2-year benefit period. And then the return of premium rider, which on this accidental death policy returns all of the premiums, including the accident-only DI rider premium, for only $55 per month. That's a ton of value that, again, if you can leverage that with some center of influence within a certain market, you are going to see sales quickly. It's a very efficient process, something that, again, you can use as a get your foot in the door with certain clients, so they're coming back to you for more protection planning in the future. Wrapping things up on my end, just want to keep everyone in mind, all these resources and all of your tools are available at assurelink.assurity.com. Your team at Levinson and Associates can help you with this, and then I can as well also. And then as far as any quote requests, underwriting inquiries, underwriting guides, you can get all of those working with our new business team at underwriting@assurity.com or on AssureLink itself. And then remember, myquote.assurity.com is where you can access all the quick quoters that don't require you to sign in if you're just looking for numbers in a quick and easy fashion. But most importantly, please start utilizing Insure Me Now Direct. Your team at Levinson and Associates is so far ahead of the game that you have a way to stand out with a platform such as that. So please, I cannot emphasize it enough. It's a very powerful tool for you all to be utilizing. And then, yes, I'll leave it open for any questions. And Bill, I'll pass it on over to you.
Thank you, Mike. Yeah, I got a few minutes left, so I'm going to try to wrap up with the rest of our slides. But you did a fantastic job. Thank you again. I'm going to run for all the listeners about 5 to 7 minutes. I'm going to make this snappy, but just again, make sure you're writing down any notes because I'm going to go quick, and then we can revisit this afternoon or anytime that's convenient for you. So real fast, everything Mike just spoke about, fantastic. Those resources at the end, you do have to make sure that you're appointed first. So you got to get active with Levinson, with Assurity. We're going to show you exactly how to do that with this slide in front of you. It's also going to be included in our thank you email you'll have in your inbox, or just reach out to our contracting or marketing team anytime that's good for you. We'll get you set up and running. And then, of course, we match or beat your commissions if you're with another IMO. You also won't have access to any of these tools, technology, so we do need to make sure you're set up with Levinson once again. Let's keep moving forward. Think about real fast, it's Life Insurance Awareness Month, and Mike touched on the Harley group, the Harley customer, which was a huge deal. And just think about this as an agent, right? You're thinking of, hey, I got to generate leads. What's my warm market, my niche? So that Harley dealership, okay, that was marketing that product with the agent, has their own Insure Me Now Direct site, right? With the Harley motorcycle, with their emblem, with their contact info. So it looks and feels like, oh, this is the same group that I belong to, or, oh, this is my association, right? Meanwhile, you're the agent behind it, making all the commissions, all the sales, unless, there's a member of the association or maybe the Harley group or whatever that has an insurance license, or work out a referral fee. That's up to you. But there's so many options. Think about the other day, we had a large PNC agency that was here that came down from Orlando, right? They have thousands and thousands of clients in their book, okay? They don't want to necessarily hire a life insurance agent to start calling on their leads. We can literally open a website, a turnkey life insurance and supplemental product website, send it out to all their consumers with their same colors, logo, contact info. So once again, you press a button, and let's say 10% of their consumers buy a policy, okay, in 15 minutes or less. They're approved, right, with the instant decision, okay? Let's say 10%. That's 100 or 500 new policies sold, depending on how big that database is or their book of business. That's how you have to think about this, okay? And we just gave you a bunch of great ideas. And I'm also going to tell you, and I said it before, there's nothing else that works like Insure Me Now Direct, where you're the agent of record and there's no commission reduction, okay? That's a big deal. I even heard about now they have an IUL product that's on a direct-to-consumer platform. We all know with IUL, there's so many turns and pivot points, and there has to be an agent involved on the phone or in person, okay? But for the smaller policies, for the easy door openers, this is so simple, and you should be running with this. And Assurity has the perfect products to do this with. And then you attach the free scholarship, and it really makes for a no-brainer, and we're going to show you exactly how it's going to be a no-brainer. If you can get this message across, you're going to make a sale every single time, okay? As long as they have a heartbeat, you're making a sale. Let's keep moving forward. By the way, we do have a new carrier that's coming on board as well in the next 4 to 6 weeks, A-rated company, so you'll see us talk about that. And probably, I would say 4 to 8 weeks, we'll go live. So real fast, what's on the platform today? Assurity, top left corner, you just heard all about the offering. Banner Life, I mean, come on, that's the #1 selling term product in the world, okay? And the least expensive. And if they're not, they'll be the least expensive by next week. What I do like about Assurity, though, it's more well-rounded with living benefits. They have the ROP option, nice conversion. So that's a big plus. Bottom left corner, Manhattan Life, we have you covered from A to Z, final expense, term, all the supplemental products, especially if you're working the health market. I mean, this is huge. You should be using this with every health sale, right, with your follow-up. It's a big deal. Gerber Life, guaranteed issue with scholarship. We're the only ones that offer, we're the only ones approved by Western Southern Life to offer Gerber with the scholarship program on Insure Me Now Direct. So I don't know. I think you're now seeing the reason why I'm so excited, and I've been ranting about this since we started. Let's keep moving forward. We're going to show you what it looks and feels like to your client and how easy this is. So this is Insure Me Now Direct. And by the way, you're going to have your own URL. And again, no charge for any of this. Like I said, your picture, contact info, everything is custom for you. on the pro version, and then we have the free version where we can still customize part of it. On the pro version, everything is customizable, which we'll talk about in the next few webinars. Let's keep moving forward. This is what your client's going to see. And by the way, you can do this with them on your cell phone, Zoom, GoToMeeting, GoToWebinar, face-to-face, spin around an iPad. It doesn't make a difference. This is how simple, right? It's the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid, real fast. I think your consumer can do this on their own at 2 a.m., right? We all know that. State, birthday, gender. Do you use tobacco? Next, this is what pops up. These are the options on the platform. Think of Amazon, okay? Your consumer clicks life insurance, or again, you do this with them, no problem. Then, right-hand side, life insurance. Those are the products that are available in their state for their age. And you're going to see Assurity and the other products. And we have a little red box around Assurity. Next slide that comes up. These are the options. Okay, 250,000, 500, then a million, different packages. Then they click customize the quote. Let's keep going. Next slide. This is exactly what the client sees. We just took screenshots. Now, here's what's so cool. That is the death benefit, monthly premium. Let's move over to the bottom right corner. Now they can add on additional riders for living benefits, and then the premium will change in real time. They click apply now. Boom. You just made a new sale. Okay, can you do this? I think so. Very, very simple. All right, let's keep moving forward. We're coming out with the pro version of Insure Me Now. I spoke about that earlier. So very, very cool stuff coming. Like I said, a new A-rated carrier. Also, let's look at the bottom left corner. We're going to have a Calendly option on your Insure Me Now. So if the client at 2 a.m. says, hey, Bill, I need you on the phone tomorrow at 3 p.m., you're going to get a text confirming the appointment so you can follow up and make the sale. Google Analytics. We're going to have the free version. Doesn't cost you a penny. No hosting, no activation, no nothing. The pro version, we're going to have a co-op discounted price if you want to customize everything that's available to you. We're going to have the quoter that's rolling out in a few weeks, which is free. So think of, on the right side, all the instant decision products. Think Amazon. The left side is going to be all your traditional products. Some of them are more competitive, but again, it's not instant decision. It might take a day. It might take a week, but your consumer and you can go down the right hand lane or left turn lane. Totally up to you. And by the way, you can turn this on or off in the back office. So your consumer, it's up to you what the consumer is going to see. So pretty cool stuff. If the consumer chooses traditional, we have a lead capture form that's sent to you. You can fulfill the request and make another sale, even with a traditional product and carrier. So pretty cool stuff. This is a dream come true for me. I mean, you all know, if you know me long enough and well enough, I've been talking about this since I started, okay, over 20 years ago. And we had one company to buy in, and look at us today. I mean, it's amazing. Our premium with Banner Life, since they were added to the platform, has gone up by 3 times, okay, in the last year since they were added. So again, proof in the pudding. These are 2 platforms that you can use, speaking of Life Insurance Awareness Month. If you're partnering or teaming up with a health agency, P&C agency, mortgage company, association, it doesn't matter. Everything's turnkey. We have mailers, postcards, flyers. We have opt-in CRM tool. That's really cool. We have like these little teasers that go out, and then as soon as your consumer clicks, hey, I want more info, boom, you pick up the phone, or your CSR rep picks up the phone, gets you involved, new sale is made. But it really was built for agencies that have a book of business. This generates new sales. Let's keep moving forward. I got to show you this. This is worth a minute. So revenue booster, I just spoke about. Let's go to the next slide. This is the illustration, and Mike was talking about this, how easy it is, right? Once you explain, this is free life insurance, folks. Who's going to say no to this? And it's guaranteed, okay? Well, I'm going to sweeten the pot up a little bit more. Free life insurance, but also a free scholarship, okay? Doesn't cost you a penny. There's no enrollment fee for you or the client. Here's what's so cool. Real quick sample illustration. We just did this morning. 35 female, preferred, non-tobacco, 250,000, okay? Let's think of Susie, right, as a younger mother, right, 35 years old, has a child, and she knows her child is going to college, okay? Susie takes this policy out. okay, and pays the monthly premium. And here's what's so neat. $48 a month is the premium. 20 years later, this child is enrolled in college, okay? Total premium Susie paid just over $10,000. So now 20 years later, Susie could either say, you know what, I'm done. I want to take out the $53,000, okay, and use it for little Johnny's 4-year tuition, okay? Maybe it'll pay for a year and a half, maybe 2 years, depending on the college. Wonderful, okay? She just had 20 years of free life insurance the entire time in case something happened to her. Little Johnny still could go to college, okay, because there's a tax-free death benefit coming. Now, if Susie says, you know what, I'm going to keep this policy going. I still need life insurance. Maybe I'm not so healthy now. She can convert this to a permanent policy, doesn't have to go through underwriting, guaranteed issue, and then she'll have $43,000 of the scholarship to be used maybe for 1 year for Johnny's 4-year tuition. Okay, and again, that was free money. Why not? I know when you get your arms around this, you'll be able to pitch this to a group, to an association, to an individual, friends, family, network, doesn't matter. But now I think you're starting to get it. It's a no-brainer. It's just you getting a little scrappy, getting on YouTube, picking up your iPhone, creating a 2-minute video, or we have all the marketing material here. In fact, JC is now in-house, okay? He is a professional graphic artist, can help you with our flyers, co-branding, videos. It's a great resource that you need to tap into. And by the way, speaks English and Spanish. If you speak Spanish, great. Pick up the phone, we'll make the introduction, and we'll get you up and running for Life Insurance Awareness Month. This is all the material that's available for you. It's already created, and again, we can co-brand it for you with your company name, phone number, email. Let's keep moving forward. These are some more posts that we created, and we can help you, again, brand this to your agency as well, or depending on the group that you're working with, okay? We'll take it as far as you want us to take it. It's all complimentary for active Levinson agents. Keep moving forward. The Bill Levinson Experience podcast I spoke about earlier. I just want to highlight 2 things real fast. Podcast 52, this guy, Charles, is the best sales coach when it comes to annuities. He came up with the 60-second close. I'm telling you, he is unreal, well worth the time spent. Listen to that 1-hour podcast. You will love it. It's me, Carrie, and Charles. We pick his brain for an hour. Let's move over to the right-hand side. We're talking about the social media, YouTube, getting the word out, the message out. Gary Vaynerchuk, he has been known as the disruptor for the last 25 years. Okay, I think you probably heard of him by now. He was on my podcast for an hour. In fact, he's the reason why I started my podcast. So lots of great nuggets there that you can learn from. It's my second to last slide, and then we're going to wrap this up. I know I'm late. I apologize. I know we had some technical issues earlier, so I also apologize for that. These are our upcoming training events. Just a few that I want to point out. The top one, Coach Charles, the guy I just mentioned, 60-second close, he's back. And what he's going to train you on for an hour is selling online, selling virtual, selling over the phone in 2024. You don't want to miss that, okay? And then just under that, we have our new IUL product launch. Just under that, we have Ken, who runs our social media management. And if you have a retail website, he offers a co-op discounted package. Just under that, we have Insure Me Now Direct, all those new enhancements, and the Pro version. We're going to launch on the 26th, and then One America's new product on the bottom coming out on the 3rd. My last slide here, I'm going to wrap it up. And by the way, in this picture that you're looking at, this was, in fact, that's Coach Charles. This was during podcast 52. So that's when we recorded everything. That's Charles on the right-hand side, me and Carrie. And this quote, real fast, and then I'm going to ask our question of the day. The day we're born is a big deal. The day we realize why is the biggest deal, right? Go out and find your why. Hopefully, you're here with us today, and it's all about helping families, right, with life insurance, helping families with investment products, helping families, right, when it comes to little Johnny and Susie going to college, okay? That's what all this is about at the end of the day, and while in turn helping yourself and your family. My question of the day, real fast, tell me how many Assurity products is on Insure Me Now Direct. I'm going to make it so easy because I know it's late. How many products does Assurity Life offer on our Insure Me Now Direct platform? Tell me how many products, and you win. Andrew's going to tell us who was first and correct.
Okay,
Andrew?
it's Robin M. Robin M.
Robin M. like Mary. Congrats, Robin M. The answer is 5. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, a great weekend, great Labor Day weekend, okay? And listen, if you walked away with one thing from this training, hopefully it's a message about how easy it is to open a new door, share your story, make a new sale, okay? You have plenty of nuggets sitting on a shelf. And if not, please call one of our marketers. We'll help you get up and running, and we'll increase your nugget size. Okay, we'll make you have the best summer and new year ever going into 25 and ending 24. Let's have a great day. Thanks again, everyone.